everybody, it's Jenny from the Missouri Star Quilt Company, and can you see what's going on today? We've got the Missouri Star quilt hanging behind me. That means we've got a project for you today. And so today we're talking about these awesome jelly roll rugs. I mean, they're just beautiful. There's this pattern. This has been out for a while. It's a great pattern, awesome pattern, but look at, we've got the new colossal rug pattern out. So here's the difference. This is the jelly roll rug, and of course, do remember that however big you want to make it is how many strips you put around it, but this is one roll. But this is the one we're talking about today, and this is a nice big rug. Look at this. This is a great rug, nice big rug, so many colors. So let's talk about what you're going to need to make these. So to make these rugs, what you're going to need for this one jelly roll rug, you're going to need one roll of 2.5-inch strips, and we've used this awesome Riley Blake roll called Kisses, and just lots of fun colors. You're also going to need one roll of this Bosal batting. Now, this is the batting right here. It comes on a roll like this, and like this is the coolest thing ever. If you want to cut your own strips of batting, cut your own strips of batting. This comes all together, one long roll. If you're going to cut your own strips, you're going to need some batting seam tape to hook them together because you want it to be one long continuous piece. And that's what you need to make the small one. If you're going to do the colossal round rug, which is about 54 inches round, you're going to need 2 rolls and 2. This is 25 yards. You're going to need 50 yards of this to do the colossal. For the colossal one, we've used this Kaffe Fassett 2.5-inch strip roll for FreeSpirit, and it's called Peacock, and you can tell that by the look of it. I mean, it's just so bright and happy. So obviously, I don't have time in this small tutorial to do the whole thing. So I'm going to show you all the tips that you need to know to make this so we can do it and accomplish everything that we need to accomplish. So I'm going to clear off a little bit, make us some room here, and I'm actually going to move these over here and put them down here. I'm going to hold on to this. So when you go ahead and the directions are great in these patterns, by the way, but a lot of us are visual and we want to see how to do it. So I'm going to show you, I'm just going to show you the tips so that you can make it. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your strips off your roll, and just if you want big color areas like this, big areas where you have several rows of color, then just how they come off the roll is how you're going to sew them together. So you're going to sew red, red, red. Do you see what I'm saying? So that you get big wide bands of color. So keep your colors together. When you sew your strips together, what you're going to do is you're going to have one strip come in from the side, one strip is going to come in from the bottom like this, and you're going to sew left to right, just like this. So we're going to go over to the sewing machine and sew those together. This is just how we sew our binding together, and it goes just like that. And so we're just going to lay these. We have one coming in from the side, one coming in from the top, and we're just going to sew left to right, straight stitch from corner to corner. There we go. Now what we're going to do with this is we're going to trim this off right here, and you can cut your selvages off before you start, but I left mine on because I'm going to make this cut anyway. But you're going to sew all these together like this. And when you open them up, that's going to give you much less bulk, that seam. So you can press this seam open. You can leave it flat. Either way will work. It's just, you just want that less bulk, because when you fold this in half, that seam isn't all in one place. It's spread over a wider area. So then what we're going to do, once you get all your strips sewn together, then you're going to lay them with your batting. So then when you're ready to go ahead and sew your strip, you're literally going to sew all your strips together. So 40 strips, and lay that batting in there, and you're just going to sew down the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this around now, and I'm going to start going the other direction. And now this is going to lay in my lap. Now they have a suggestion, because all your strips are going to be sewn here. You're going to have 40 of these sewn together end to end to end, and this is just going to kind of sit in your lap, and you're just going to roll it together as you go along. One of the things they suggest is fan folding your strips so that it will lay in your lap. I think that is a great idea. and you're just going to go along like this and sew. And what I do is I just kind of come down here and turn them in a little bit on both sides and fold it in. Run my finger along here and make sure those are all the way in, and keep sewing down the middle. Now you'll see when I just moved that to show you, it tried to slide out from under the presser foot. And I would suggest that you, if you have a needle down option, you use that so that when you stop, your needle stays down, so that if you are moving and tugging on this, it doesn't go anywhere. So that would be my suggestion with that. All right. Once we're ready to start, we've got our whole rolls sewn up and we're ready to start putting it together. We're going to do something like this. Now this is for this rug right here, the Jelly Roll rug. You're just going to start coming around and putting it like this and going around. So you're going to set your machine to a zigzag. I like mine to be as wide as possible. Now I've sewn some white on here and so that you can see it. I'm actually going to sew this with gray. You want to lay a thread across here that's going to blend so that it doesn't, unless you want it to show up. I didn't want mine to show up too much. But to show you guys, I wanted you to see this. And then I'm going to start sewing with some gray thread. And I'm just going to lay these together. So you want your zigzag to be as wide as possible. So, you know, there's less room for error. And then, and pretty close together. So we're going to go down here and do this. And I'm going to put mine on a zigzag. And I'm going to make it as wide as it goes. And then I'm going to keep it fairly close together. So I'm just going to hold these things and hold this together. Here, let me make sure you can see this really good. All right, so we're going to hold these two together. And as long as you're adding to the outside edge of your rug, it can get as big as you want. So let me show you this right here. So we're going to go and we're just going to zig along here. Now, one of the tricks is don't stretch your strip. Don't pull it, don't stretch it. When you go around the corner, just give it a little bit of extra room. You know, don't pull it tight around that corner, just let it go. Because you want it to lay flat. So as I'm going around this corner, I am not stretching at all. I'm just letting it kind of even pushing it in there to make sure that it has enough room to lay down. And then you're just going to zoom down the other side just like this. And once you get comfortable with this, you'll be able to just turn your speed up really high and let her go. So then you're just going to keep going around and around, and this rug is going to be bigger and bigger and done before you know it. If you ever find that you've got a lot of rug inside the throat of your machine, flip that thing over because you're sewing it on the wrong side, because it should just be the one row out here, which enables you to keep adding to that rug and making it bigger and bigger and bigger. And so the colossal rug, again, it gets pretty big. And look how beautiful this Kaffe fabric is on here. I mean, it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous color, gorgeous look, great big rug. You can see how big that is. And it's a lot of fun to put it together and a lot of fun to make it and a lot easier than you thought. So I hope these tips helped you, and I hope you're able to go ahead and make your own Jelly Roll rug. And we hope you enjoyed this tutorial from the Missouri Star Quilt Company.